Alright gang, welcome back to our 200 horsepower challenge on CalmLands. Clearly, you know what day it is. It is the final episode of the 200 horsepower challenge. It's bittersweet, gang, bittersweet. This is the first challenge the first video I ever released on this channel. As some of you know, and if you haven't, I'm just going to repeat it real quick again. So, for a while, I was doing farming videos on my other channel, which links in below the description if you want to check it out. But I removed all of the farming videos from that and created a second channel, this one, specifically only for farming. Just made sense, I think, in my opinion, to do that. And but this was the first series that I started on this channel. So, bittersweet to have it come to an end, but I do believe it's time. Details have come out about the new challenge that Crustu and Rusty, get the names right, Z, come on, have come out with. Now, it is a very unique challenge. There are stages to this challenge. There's a stage 1, a stage 2, stage 3. I'm not going to go into all the major details on that. Rusty already has one video out kind of discussing the basic details of it. And it has to do with starting out. You have to start out with a horse. And I'm going to be honest with you all. As much as I like horses in real life, I like, you know, horse racing and stuff like that in general, I really haven't done a whole lot of the horses on this game. So that'll be fun and interesting for me, but I'll be a little bit of a noob, so I'm going to have to do a little practice, I think, with the horses there before that series starts. But this will be the last episode of the 200 horsepower challenge. Long story short, that was a long-winded. This will be the last episode of this. I have done some minor modifications to the farm. It's nothing special, like I talked about, adding some fences, adding some parking spots, some lights, things like that. That we needed to do, and obviously we have jumped a number of months. It is now June. Now, a little bit of a spoiler, the new series that comes out, you actually are starting with grapevines. So even though I would like to harvest our grapes in full detail here, I think what we're going to do is just do a very brief amount of harvesting the grapes here and save it for the new series, since that is something that we're actually going to be starting with. Like I said, bit of a spoiler, so I apologize if you didn't want to know that. You know it now. So we'll do a little bit of the harvesting of the grapes, but I think most of today's episode is really going to be kind of taking a look at the farm itself, where we got to, harvesting the sugar beets, because we have those to harvest, like we talked about, selling the cloves, because we didn't end up selling those. We need to sell those now. Yeah, and then just seeing where we get to. Like I said, I wanted the farm to kind of end up being in a position where it makes sense. That it is still a working farm, right? That there's no major issues here. Now the corn over here, bit of an issue there because I skipped months and I didn't spray it. So we'll just act like it was a bad season there for that. But most of our crops are ready to harvest, but we're not going to harvest them today. Here's the first update. You can see I added some more fencing here. Now I wanted this white fence to kind of go all the way down and follow the track here. The problem is it kept telling me that there was something in the way. Now, I checked to make sure it wasn't like dead grass. Well, it doesn't really die in this game, but like leftover grass. There was nothing there. I even actually killed a slight amount of crop. You can kind of see it right here on the edge, trying to make sure that I didn't, miss something. But there was no grass there, so I don't know why it wasn't allowing me to take the fence. So I just want you to imagine that there's a fence running down this way. I wanted it basically to run here to the end where we turn right. Now, the first updates you can see is I put a fence around our selling, our little farmer's market here. I think it looks nice. I added a few more lights, and then I added some white lines. Specifically, those white lines are to, in and out, basically. And then I have this big section of white lines over here. You might be asking, well, why do you have that over here? Well, let's say there was a bunch of people at the farmer's market for whatever reason, and you needed to wait, right? And you had a big trailer, and you didn't want to take up all the space and all the way. You could just sit it there as kind of like, just while you're waiting to get through, right? Something like that. I added a few parking spots there, right, if you needed to go to anything up here and wanted to check anything out. And then I did a little more fence work up by our house. But other than that, that's really the major stuff I did. I did some more asphalt, putting down some more asphalt around, making it look neat. But otherwise, we didn't do anything else. So that's where we're at. I extended the track over there as well, but that's it. Nothing else. So, we're going to try to line this up the best we can here. It's not going to be perfect, so just bear with me here, gang. Do the best I can. Alright, we are harvesting the grapes. So, like I said, we're not going to do a whole lot of this. It's going to be a very minimal amount, and we bought all that other equipment, right? In hopes that we would eventually be doing this again, right? But that's clearly not going to happen because this is the last episode, so Yeah, we're not going to be doing any more of that, unfortunately. Looks like I can't actually even put a worker on it. So, never mind. Ignore that statement altogether. So I'm going to have to do it myself, unfortunately. But that's fine. We'll leave that be for now. I can obviously just jump cut and jump skip a little bit of that. We'll at least do some of it, right? Get a trailer load full of it so you can actually see that. But then the rest of it, I'll just, leave it as it is. I don't think we want to really do that when we're getting ready to probably be doing that pretty quickly in the new series, if that makes any sense. But here we are. We're going to take the toppers off, and we're going to pick this up off the ground at the same time. Once we get this kind of fully loaded, we're going to go dump it over there into our production. So if you recall, a number of episodes ago, I put down a production to make the sugar beets into sugar, right? Mill of some sort. And we haven't utilized it because these haven't been ready. They're just now ready. They actually would have been ready the following month from the last episode if we didn't jump to June. I only jumped to June specifically to make sure we got the grapes ready to be harvested. We could have probably did 2 episodes, honestly, but I think it's time for us to move on, and that's the reason why we did not do that. But hopefully you're all excited for the new series. Like I said, I'm not going to give a whole lot away, but if you want to go check out Rusty's video, I'm sure probably by the time mine comes out, Krusty will at least have one video done already. I'm positive of that. Actually, I think I'm just going to go down here to the end. It's just going to be easier. I don't have a whole lot of room here. I'm sure Krusty will have a video out by then as well, because this video will be coming out, and I won't have the new series come out at least until Tuesday of the following week, because you should be watching this on a Thursday. So it'll be at least Tuesday of the next week. It might even be a week from today. It might even be Thursday. And the reason why I'm saying it might be then, I might not get everything set up and ready to go by then. It may not start till Thursday. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how things go. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we get it all done and we're able to set it up and get it started on Tuesday. But there's no guarantee. If it doesn't get started for whatever reason, I will have a replacement video for it. It'll probably be the Broke to Billionaire Challenge of the Higher Richland series. We'll probably add another video there in place of it if for whatever reason I can't get everything set up properly, because there's a lot of setup that has to be done for this challenge. It's a pretty unique, interesting challenge. I kind of like it. They multi-tiered part 1, 2, and 3 kind of steps of it are definitely going to provide a very unique challenge for me to make sure we get this done properly, right? It's exciting, though. It's exciting times, man. FS22's very, very soon looming in sight for us, so having another new challenge that's going to really give us a challenge, for that matter, is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Now, if you watch Rusty's, he's the only one I've watched. I don't think Krusty, at the time of this recording, unless he's just released it now when I'm recording it, I don't believe he has posted a video on his yet. So I'm excited to see how he starts. I know for a fact the 3 of us are doing it. I believe Benji's doing it too. I'm pretty sure I saw him say he was doing it recently. I don't know if anybody else is. I don't know if any of the other guys that were doing the 200 horsepower challenge and a couple of the girls as well that were doing the 200 horsepower challenge are going to be doing this one or not. I have no idea. But hopefully they do. I mean, hopefully it's a nice, big, massive group. Similar to like the 200 horsepower challenge was, right? There was a ton of people that came out to do this challenge, and it's exciting. It's exciting when there's that many people. Hard to keep up with everybody, but it's exciting when there's that many people to see how everybody takes the challenge on and their approach and how they build their farms up, right? That's almost the most exciting part to me, is how they build the farms up. So we've only gone 2 passes here. We're already at 52%, so this is going to take a while. Now, I believe I can put a worker on this. I don't necessarily want to do a worker on this one. Like I said, we'll probably just do maybe 1 pass of the grapes and then leave it be at that. I mean, you've probably seen grape work before, but we'll probably just work on solely the sugar beets here today, since we know for a fact, grapes are going to be heavily involved in the next series. Because you start with them. But how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. Things are going well for me. It is raining today, so you may hear some thunderstorm happening in the background every once in a while. Pretty rainy day. Other than this morning, it was nice. It was really nice out. Wasn't too hot. It was hot, but it wasn't too hot. Lately, it's been miserably hot, and the humidity in Ohio is brutal. So, nice to have a little rain, though. We needed it. We needed it big time. Now I'm going to have to mow the grass again, though. A couple new things to talk about that I don't know for sure if any of you are interested in this or not, because this is a farming channel, but I like to play golf. I'm not anything special at golf, but I like playing it. And my dad, for the longest time, he drove a semi. I think I've told you all that, right? He drove a semi. He recently retired. Actually, as a matter of fact, my friends from Australia told me that they call semis over there prime movers, which I thought was pretty unique. Prime movers. Reminds me of like Optimus Prime. But prime movers. But anyway, my dad recently retired from driving a semi for pretty much my whole career. Well, my whole career. I was going to say my whole life since well, it's not really my whole life, though. He was doing that since I was, I don't know, like middle school, I think. So quite a while. And then before that, he worked, I talked about it before, my grandparents owned a pony keg, which around here is like a small grocery store, very, very small. Almost like a gas station without a gas station, right? If you go inside of a gas station, you've got a couple of different rows of things. Slightly bigger than, I guess, a gas station inside of a gas station nowadays, if that makes any sense. Anyway, before he did all of that, though, he actually built houses. So my dad is going to come over, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, why I'm talking about golf all of a sudden, he's going to come over and here, I guess, when it starts to get a little bit cooler out, so towards fall, we're going to start working on, obviously, I want to put a deck in the back of my house. Currently, I just have, like, steps going down. There's no deck there. So I'd like to put a deck in, so he's going to help me do that. And then, when that's done, he had this idea of putting, like, this pad out there, like, this big raised, like, seating area, and I'm like, we're never going to utilize that, right? We're only, if we're going to utilize something, we're literally going to utilize the deck for sitting around and checking stuff out. So that already, crosses that off the list. So I started thinking, well, what if we put in a putting green? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a putting green in the backyard. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. So if you do it yourself, it's actually not that expensive to do. Menards, Lowe's, all those places, they have putting green outdoor turf that you can get. I don't know where I'm going here. I thought I had one hooked up already to a trailer. I guess I don't. Okay, well, I don't even know where my trailer is. Let me see if I can find my trailer first. Anyway, we're going to put a putting green in, I think, in that little area. It's not a very big area. It's a smaller section of the backyard there near the house. So I'm excited about it, as long as everything goes smoothly, of course, right? It may not happen. Okay, there's one right there. We'll use that one. But as long as everything goes smoothly and we're able to do it, we're going to put a small putting green in. I'm pretty excited about it. So if you don't like golf, I'm sorry. I probably just wasted your time. You don't really care about it. But anyway, I just like telling you guys what's going on in my life sometimes, and that's something that I'm excited about. That's hopefully coming soon. I'll share a picture if it ends up coming to fruition. I think it'd be fun to be out there on the putting green, and in the background, I've got the farmer who owns the farmland behind me out there harvesting a field or cultivating or drilling a field. I think it'd be a cool picture if I was able to get it. I don't know if I'll be able to get that or not, but I think that would be pretty sweet. Anyway, I've kind of rambled a lot here, gang, for a little while, and I think you kind of get where we're going and what we're doing today. Probably be a little bit of a shorter episode today than what you're expecting, unless I decide to harvest the rest of the grapes, which we might still, but I just don't want it to be, I don't want to be doing grapes now and then go to the next series, and then episode 2 or 3 we're doing grapes again. Oh, shoot. I forgot you kill crops. Oh, shit. Whoops. I completely forgot with sugar beets that if you drive over them, you kill them. It's not like root crops. I've been so used to the root crops and how we don't kill the root crops. Oh, crap. Well, we just killed some crop there, gang. I apologize. My apologies. Shit. See what happens when I start talking and I just get on a ramble and I just start not really thinking about how sugar beets work? Damn it. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. Well, I guess it could have been worse. It's not that much. But man, that... Damn it. Damn it. So we're going to get this unloaded here, gang. It should be unloaded here pretty soon. Yep, there it is. I'm actually... You know what? Before we get started harvesting again, let's go drop this off at the Glenwood Sugar Mill. And we can at least get that going, because we don't have any of that going. It's been sitting there for a while waiting to go, and it's not going, so let's get it going. I think I unloaded here, right? Yep. Alright, so then let's find it. It's going to take a while. It's probably going to be the very, very bottom. It's going to take me a minute here, gang. We got a lot of productions on this series. A lot of productions. Alright, sugar beet. Well, we didn't cut the sugar beets, so we're just going to have to do this one, which means we're not going to get as much. But that's okay. I don't know how much we're going to make. We're just going to put it on selling. Like I said, we also have the Grandma's house closed to sell. We have a bunch that's already spawned. There's a bunch in storage. We're just going to sell it as well. We're basically just going to turn everything on selling at this point. There's really no reason to not. You know what I mean? We can sell that. We can sell this. There's no reason to not sell it now. Just make the money that we can make for now. I think everything else is already on selling, so don't think we have to make any other changes. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so tell you what, gang, we'll put a bit of a time-lapse in here. We'll get this done. Apologies for killing some of the sugar beet there. It was a mishap on myself, just talking with you all and just been so used to doing the root crops, forgetting that the sugar beets are slightly different in that way. Yeah, boy. Let's get this done. All right, that was a long time lapse there, gang, but I think it was worth it. We got a lot accomplished, as you can see. We're going to get the worker going back on this again here in a minute. Let's see if I can get everything set up here properly. There we go, there we go. And off they're going here. I kill a few more in the process, but that's okay. Alright, they're going. Good, good, good. So, I also went ahead and finished, well, I filled out, maxed out, the grape harvester as well. So we're going to have to unload that. It did not get all the way through 2 vines. It got through about 1, and I would say maybe 2/3 of another vine before it was full. So we'll unload the grapes. Probably just go sell the grapes directly, honestly. I don't think I'm going to turn it into anything. And then the rest of it, I'll leave as it is. I'm not going to probably show any more of the harvesting of the grapes since, like I've mentioned a number of times already this episode, the new series is going to involve grapes. So, try to keep it less repetitive going into the new series if I can help it, which I understand. Having said that, we're probably going to be doing cereal crops pretty quickly because we're going to need money, right? After we, take out some trees, I'm sure. But I hope you get what I'm talking about, hopefully. I don't know why I turned that off. I need to go take this over to the grapes. Let me get over to the grape harvester and let's get this thing unloaded here, gang. Alright, we're here, gang. Unloading the grapes here. It's a decent amount, man. It really is. Considering we only got through, like I said, 1 2/3 vines. There's a lot of vines left. We were going to make a lot of money off grapes. Well, potentially we're going to make a lot of money off grapes, but... now, I certainly could have kept the series going, right? But... I told you before I wanted to carry over to the new series whenever they started it, and it has begun, so it's time to end this one. But we got a lot accomplished in this one, man. We really did. I really feel good about what we were able to accomplish in this series and the way that it turned out. I really like our farm a lot. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be missed, but we'll make new ones, right? We'll make a new farm and something we enjoy, right? It'll definitely be happening for us. I'm excited for something new. 10,387. Very nice. So I think I'll leave this just sitting right over here for now until the sugar beets are ready again to be unloaded. While we're waiting on that to finish, which is actually it is ready to be unloaded. Okay. Ignore everything I just said. We're going back over there. But while we wait on the worker to finish doing the rest of that, we're going to grab the rest of Grandma's clothes. That are out front that we talked about that have not been sold yet. So we're going to sell those. You can see we made a lot of money. All that stuff I turned on to selling, all that stuff that was storing, made a lot of money. A lot of money. So we're going to make a lot more once we get the rest of those clothes loaded up. There's a lot of them. It's a lot. I don't really like putting in, 2 time lapses back to back, but considering this is the end of the series, I think I'm going to put another little mini time lapse in just to sell those. It shouldn't take too long because I had everything else on selling, so nothing else should spawn, but there's still like 8 to 10 boxes there, or crates there, pallets there, whatever you want to call it. So it is going to take a bit of time to do. But, I mean, it shouldn't be, it shouldn't be that long. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 crates. I don't know why, for whatever reason, a 10th crate doesn't spawn there. You would think it would, since everything else spawned on top of each other, but it doesn't, so whatever. But we're going to get these sold. Very, very short mini time lapse here, just because it's going to save us some time than having to, carry these over there, because you guys know I'm probably going to have issues with it anyway, so. Now, you know what, before we do a time lapse, let me see if I can get all of the, if I can get the other 4 here without the Volvo losing its mind, we won't put a time lapse in. We can just do a jump cut. But if I can't get these, if the Volvo starts wanting to flip and do all kinds of crazy stuff, we'll put a time lapse in to get them. Ooh, I might have went too far there, but we did get them on there. Can I pick this up? I'm going to attempt this. This is probably not the smartest play, but I'm going to attempt it. Let's give this a shot here, gang. I'm going to be very careful with my turns. I'm not going to do normal Z turns. We're not going around the corner at 16. We're going to slow it down. Well, they are sliding, gang, but I think we're going to make it. We might lose one or two, but I think for the most part we're going to make it. What a series this has been, though. This has been a fantastic series. Looks like we have a working farm still. This is exactly how I wanted to end the series. This is perfect. Be careful, Z. Be careful. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There we go. I think we're good. I think we're good. This is going to be a lot of money right here, gang. $237,000. Whew, that is a lot of money. Holy moly. Let's just stick this right here for now. And let's go see how our worker's doing. So many pieces of equipment, it takes so long now. So we're going to finish this up here ourselves, gang. We've only got a couple passes here and we are done. And for a matter of fact, this series, it will be done then too, so... We really did gain a lot of territory. Maybe not as much as everybody else, but considering the way that we were going about things, and we never really broke our... not even really. We never broke our 200 horsepower rule. I'm pretty happy with where we got. Uh-oh, we've got no more place to spawn wool. I thought I saw that earlier, and then it went away, so... I don't know. Weirdo. Weird, weird, weird. Let's get this unloaded really quick, because we're going to need to, and then we can do our last little touch-up work here. And I think what we're going to do with the rest of this herbicide, the rest of this sugar beet, gang, is we're just going to sell it directly. We've got enough in the actual building that would be able to make some for now, so we're just going to sell the rest of it. All right, this is pretty much it here, gang. Been a really fun series, man. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button if you're new. It's free, helps me a ton, all that good stuff. Hope you're excited for the new series. I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be more difficult than this series is. Well, not that the series wasn't difficult. I shouldn't say it that way. This series was difficult, but I think you probably get what I'm saying. You've got multiple different layers that have to happen in this one. You also have a loan, right? So there's lots of things that have to occur that you have to pay off and do to move on to the next stage. So this multi-tiered stage setup, I think, is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out and really how we're able to make our farm with it. So, like I said, I'm going to spend some time working on it, setting it up, because there are some things I have to do, I have to set up to get this series working properly. If I can get it all done and ready to go by Tuesday, I will do so, and you'll see the first episode on Tuesday. If not, I will make sure I let you know in a post that, you know, I'm still need a little bit more time getting it all set up, and I'll have something in place for it. Likely, like I said, the Ohio Richlands Broke to Billionaire Challenge series. But we'll see. We'll see. So we're going to leave it there, gang. The series is done. The series is over. We ended up, without even harvesting the rest of the stuff we have here, we ended up with $2,282,000. To finish it off, we're going to do, well, with the best I can do of a bird's eye view of our farm. This field is huge that we built here. This is a huge field. Not ready to harvest, but it's a huge, gigantic field. And how long it took us to do the grapes, I know you didn't get to see a whole lot of that, but how long it took us to do the grapes, man, that was going to take forever. I'm glad we didn't carry this on all the way to here, like we had originally planned. Lots of sunflowers, the maple syrup production, all of our wood, and then our sugar mill productions, our new little barn that we had for that. Our root crop area, really happy with how that turned out. Big, massive grass field. Cows, maple syrup. This big awkward field. Hay, the chickens, grandma's house, the fabric shop. Oh, our header thing. How could I forget about the header thing? The corn. Turn that into fish farming. The bee works. Windmills. We had our fields on the other side of the hill here. We actually didn't do a whole lot with this section down here. We probably should have did something with it, but we never really did anything with it. We really only bought this one because we wanted this section down here. But we probably should have did something with that, but we never really did. We really didn't have the time. This super awkward field that we kind of turned into an awkward field, it was a normal-sized field. A normal-sized field, actually. A normal, kind of normal-shaped field, and we made it very awkwardly shaped. All of our greenhouses, the BGA, it was a game changer right there. The BGA and the silage creation, those are game changers. Our barn, shed, silo, all the sheep. Look at all the wool. They are producing wool left and right. Holy smokes, we get a lot of wool. And finally, one of the most recent additions, the farm up on the hill. As a matter of fact, we're going to end it up there. What better place than there? And our nice view out looking at all of our farm, as you guys have all specifically requested. What a series. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys next time.